What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're back in Destiny 2 with the 9th weekly reset of Season 13. So, as always, we're going to jump in and see if anything new or unexpected is popping up for the week. Of course, we're kind of curious to see if we get any story developments, or indeed new quests, but otherwise, we will check out the activities for the week, as well as our Nightfall and Nightfall rewards, and then the weekly challenges, vendor inventories, and the rest of the stuff that's relevant for the next few days. Plus, we've got some related Bungie updates. So, as always, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and if you do, feel free to subscribe to get the latest info on Destiny 2. But without further delay, let's get into it. Now though, as we get into the game this week, we can see immediately that we have bonus Infamy all week long, so we should be seeing double Infamy throughout the course of the week, and then of course triple Infamy over the weekend. So definitely a good time to jump into Gambit, do a bit of farming, and ranking up. Then otherwise, in terms of stuff on the Director, of course we're now missing the milestone for the weekly quest at Helm. And from the very first glance right here, it doesn't look like we've got anything particularly unexpected going on. And so it is going to be interesting to see if and when the story for Season of the Chosen is going to progress. Although I imagine there will be some stuff, and of course there's a bit of time yet. And also some potential developments aboard the Glykon in the exotic quest Presage. For our weekly challenges this week though, of course it is week 9, so we've got a challenge to focus tier 3 Umbral Engrams, but another one to defeat targets anywhere in the system with a full armor set, with bonus progress for defeating Guardians, and I believe that's a full armor set for the season, but also one to complete the exotic quest Presage on normal or master difficulty, to stagger, pierce or disrupt 50 champions, and then to defeat 40 Guardians in Gambit, and we can earn bonus progress by defeating them as invaders. So that does it for the bulk of the weekly challenges this week. But on the subject of Glykon, Bungie are holding a developer deep dive stream, and that's going to be taking place tomorrow on Wednesday, April the 7th at 10 AM Pacific time. It'll be over on Bungie's Twitch and YouTube channels, and of course, whenever they do these development deep dives, they kind of give us a better look at the development process of the activity, various different stages for that, design goals, and we generally get a bit of a sneak peek at the development process. So if you're interested in that for the Glykon specifically, I'll link their channels down below, and once again, be sure to tune in on Wednesday of this week if you're interested. However, for the weekly Nightfall this week, we are going to be looking at the Fallen Saber, so that'll be an interesting one to jump in and complete. Of course, we also get the unique drop, so this week the weapon drop should be the Swarm, and that also means that that one can be acquired in the Adept version from the Grandmaster. But of course, also bear in mind all of the powerful and pinnacle drops across the playlists right here. And then as we move over to the Eververse store for the week, as always, there are a series of items featured for silver on the front page, but for the Bright Dust section on the front page, we do have the Rustberry shader, so let's take a look at that one right here. Actually kind of nice, potentially something you're interested in. We've also got the Catch Flight entrance available, and then the Grooving emote, and also the Hard Light shell that can be grabbed right here on the front page. Then moving over to the main Bright Dust section right here, things are looking pretty good as well. So there is the Stick Battle multiplayer emote that you can grab for Bright Dust. We've also got the Chomping Dance emote, and then the Phalanx shell, this one from back in Season of Dawn. But we've also got the Synchrotron Accelerator. Had to read that one carefully right there. Very, very cool looking exotic sparrow, somewhat unique. I'm seeing the Celestial Plate from the Titan set right there, so chest pieces this week. And then the Uniocracy, I believe that's how you say that, ornament right there for Anarchy, which actually is a really, really cool one. Glad to be able to grab that one for Bright Dust. Only 1250 Bright Dust as well, not too bad. But we've got the Thumbs Down projection for the Ghost projection right there. And then Up in Smoke, as well as the Past Unearthed and the Celebrate Newness transmat effects. And finally, the Nectar Dynamo shader, the Carbon Blood shader, and then we've also got Safety First and Xenosilver for the shaders right there this week. If you're curious about the Banshee inventory for this week, let's take a quick look. Or should I say for today, we've got Submachine Gun Dexterity for the armor mod right there, and then Rampage spec for the weapon mod, so maybe some things that are kind of useful. Of course, Banshee is going to be selling randomly rolled weapons every week as of next season, so that's going to be pretty awesome to look out for in a few weeks' time. But otherwise, it's got all the materials and things like that as always. For today's Legend and Master Lost Sectors though, they are on the Cosmodrome, and we've got Vel's Labyrinth at 1300, dropping exotic arms. But also, we've got Exodus Garden 2A at 1330, today dropping exotic legs, but these will change on a daily basis. Of course, as always, Trials will return at the daily reset on Friday, so we'll see what we get then when Xur also returns. But for Europa this week, Cadmus Ridge is going to be the Eclipse Zone, and also for the Exo Challenge we have Simulation Safeguard, pretty easy way to grab some pinnacle gear right there. And then we've got the Empire Hunt Technocrat for the featured one for the week, also with additional chances at Pinnacle gear. And moving up to the Deepstone Crypts, the challenge for this week is going to be Red Rover, so once again, additional chances at those Pinnacle drops. Also looking at the moon, if you are interested, we've got Nightmare Hunt's Isolation, Servitude, and Pride right there. There is Pit of Heresy, which as well as the Shattered Throne has had its drops updated this season, so some kind of relevant stuff to go after. And then Garden of Salvation this week has the challenge mode to the top, if you do happen to be jumping in. When it comes to the Dreaming City though, this week's Ascendant challenge is going to be the Keep of Owned Edges, and that one's found via Harbinger's Seclude. So if you want the location of how to find that challenge this week, we will run some gameplay out at the end of the video. But otherwise, for the moment, that's everything that we have to round up in this week's reset. So guys, as always, I appreciate you tuning in. Of course, we are in the slightly quieter weeks for Season 13, although a couple of weeks from now, and we will be getting the Guardian games back for 2021. So that, as always, will be pretty interesting, and I'm sure Bungie will have some things to say about it fairly soon. So as always, stay tuned right here on the channel. Feel free to get subscribed and turn on notifications so I can keep you up to date with the world of Destiny. Let us know if you are going to be jumping into the game this week, or indeed any other games that you're playing at the moment. But also, if you've enjoyed the video, a like rating does really help us out on the channel down below. However, for now, thanks as always for tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome day.